Hey, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show on the voice of rural America. North Georgia's only live online morning show, but here's how you find us. We want you to get involved in the show. 706-889-9700. I got, let's see, which glasses do I want to wear? Here they are. I can see. There you go. 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. chief@fetchernews.com. And follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. Find our YouTube channel, FYNTV, Fetcher News, and like our Facebook page. You know, let's see, how do I put this? I said good morning. It's going to be a great show. Carla's going to be in here at 8:30. We're going to be discussing some more Blue Ridge City Council. I'm going to do that about at 9 o'clock, just a brief, but I do want to talk about the special called meeting, an open records request I have in place. So we're going to do about 15 minutes at 9 o'clock on Blue Ridge City Council. If you want to tell your friends to tune in, there will be a little segment on that. Let's see. My computer has Intel inside, right? Intel inside. I woke up and took my prescription that was manufactured by Merck Pharmaceuticals, right? And TMI, I'm wearing my Under Armour underwear, right? Right? Oh, did you get that? You missed all that? Intel, Merck, Under Armour. Computer, your medication this morning, and your underoos. Just saying. What does that have to do with anything? Under Armour CEO is an enthusiastic supporter of President Donald Trump. No more. But wait a minute. Seems like it was just yesterday. This guy was an enthusiastic supporter of Donald Trump. Can we put his picture up? Kevin Plank, CEO. Under Armour's CEO, Kevin Plank, appears unfazed. Now, wait a minute. This can't be true. See, every time I go back, and this is the guy up here on the left, every time I go back and I think to myself, wait a minute. If you write these articles and you make these comments, they will haunt you on the internet. Under Armour CEO Kevin Plank appears unfazed by the prospect of a boycott of his company's products. Surely the thought must have at least crossed his mind, given the swift condemnation on the internet from shoppers who lashed out against the companies like New Balance, LL Bean, and Uber. The three businesses were singled out in recent months for their endorsement of or association with Trump administration and its policies. So when Plank publicly declared his admiration of the President Trump, in an interview on Tuesday with CNBC's Fast Money Halftime Report, some shoppers quickly threatened to shop elsewhere. During the interview, Plank mostly spoke about Under Armour plans to recover from losses in sales, yet his comments about President Trump, Plank didn't hold back his praise. He didn't hold back his praise. Quote, "To have such a pro-business president is something that is a real asset for the country," Plank said. Adding, people can really grab that opportunity. As the Business Insider points out, Trump is seen as being friendly to big business. Trump has committed to rolling back regulations on Wall Street and recently signed an executive order directing departments to identify 2 regulations that he can reduce before adding 1. Of all this, of course, sits well with Plank, who met with Trump and other business leaders to discuss how to bring manufacturing back to the states. He wants to build things. He wants to make bold decisions and be decisive, Plank said. See, it seems like it was just yesterday this guy wasn't concerned if you were going to buy his underwear or not. It seems like it's just yesterday that he wasn't concerned if you were going to purchase Under Armour garments, for athletic use, workout gear. Seems like it was just yesterday. But that was February 27th. Okay, that was February 27th. Now, we fast forward to August 14th. Leave the same guy. Under Armour CEO Kevin Plank said late Monday he stepped down from President Trump's Manufacturing Job Council, joining Merck and Intel in distancing his company from the administration following Trump's widely criticized response to white nationalist rally at Charlotte. We remain resolute in our potential and ability to improve American manufacturing, Plank said in a statement. However, Under Armour engages in innovation in sports, not politics. I wonder if that's why he really removed himself. I wonder why. Is this a black-white thing? I mean, I'm just curious. Is that what this is? Is that what this is? Is this, what is this all about? Because obviously I'm not going to support neo-Nazis. I'm not going to support the KKK, white supremacists. I'm not going to support that. But what is this about? What could President Trump have done yesterday? What could President Trump have done in his statement Saturday? Now, this may sound a little bit like a joke, but what if yesterday at the podium, okay? What if yesterday at the podium, he would have denounced? Would this have worked for the media? I'm really serious here, folks. I'm looking at you. I'm really serious. Would this have worked for the media if President Trump would have been at that podium yesterday and he would have denounced KKK and he would have denounced the alt-right and the white supremacists and neo-Nazis and all hate groups? What if he had done that and then all of a sudden raised up and just started into Amazing Grace? What if he'd have just went into Amazing Grace right then? You remember? What if he'd have just broke out into Amazing Grace right then? I mean, would there have been chills? I mean, would the African American, also known as the black community, would they have come out in support today of the president? What if he'd have done that? What if he'd have just taken his message to a church? Instead of a podium with a White House seal and everything, what if he'd have changed the backdrop? What if he'd have done that? What if he'd have just changed the backdrop, went into a church, put a black choir behind him? I know how you think. Oh God, I'm so offended, right? But what if he'd have done that? And then broke into Amazing Grace? And then what if he'd have done, what if he'd have been like Hillary Clinton? When Hillary Clinton would go into Southern black churches and she would go with her Southern charm. You remember when Hillary Clinton would have a different dialect for everywhere she would go? Remember when she would have her little Southern in black church. So what if Donald Trump would have tried that? Okay, what if he'd have tried that in a black church after singing Amazing Grace? What if he would have stood at the camera and wiped a tear from his eye? What if? What if he'd have stood there and wiped a tear from his eye? It said he felt your pain in Charlottesville and he was with you and had the sound of passion. Would it have made a difference? Would it have made a difference to Kevin Plank? You see, I think Kevin Plank has a board. And I think Kevin Plank is saying, whoa, the protest on athletic wear in the African American community for Under Armour is going to be overwhelming if we don't come out and make a statement. That's my opinion. You may like it. You may not. It's called First Amendment, freedom of speech. Maybe I'm wrong. But I will guarantee you that what Mr. Plank will do is he will happily take advantage of all of the tax credits that come his way throughout the states that offer it to him to produce his Under Armour product in this country. I guarantee you what Mr. Plank will do is he will take advantage of every pro piece of business legislation, every regulation that has been rolled back that will give him the opportunity to build his factories here in this country in manufacture. I bet you he will take advantage of every bit of that. Every bit of it. Okay? Now we have our second one. Let's look at Intel. Okay, let's look at Intel CEO. Intel CEO, what's his name? Brian Krasnick? There he is with the president. Uh-oh.
Romeo and Juliet.
Sorry. I always forget to turn the volume off. Brian Krasnick, is that his name? Anyhow, there he is with the President of the United States. Okay. And he's holding up some sort of chip. He's holding it up. Trump touts new jobs as Intel resurrects Arizona chip factory. Now, he is another one. He's a CEO that has pulled out of Trump's business business council. All right. Trump's manufacturing business council or whatever that he has. He's pulled out. Okay. Trump touts this happened in I don't have the date here yet. This happened February 8th. Trump touts new jobs as Intel resurrects Arizona chip factory. Intel's mothballed Fab 24 is back in business to make next generation chips. CEO Brian Krasnick uses it to endorse White House efforts to boost manufacturing. Intel chip factories come and go, and one plan for Arizona has assumed new political importance amid Donald Trump's attempt to U.S. manufacturing. Intel chief executive Brian Krasnick stood by Trump in the White House on Wednesday to announce a plan to resurrect an Arizona chip factory called Fab 24, boasting of the company's manufacturing power and criticizing U.S. regulations. Intel, now these are his words, Intel is very proud of the fact that the majority of our manufacturing is here in the U.S. and the majority of our research and development is here in the U.S., while over 80% of what we sell is sold outside the U.S. We've been able to do that even while regulatory and tax policies have disadvantaged us in the past relative to the competition we've had across the world. Okay? So, due to the regulatory and tax policies, what he is telling you, what Intel is telling you is, Arizona, okay, I bet you Intel will not be giving back the great tax breaks that Arizona has probably afforded them, the state of Arizona. I guarantee you that tax policy, the tax relief, the friendly policies that have been put in place for Intel to manufacture whatever they call Fab 42 in Arizona, I guarantee you this morning Intel's not going to give that back. So if you want to come out and stand against the president and knock the president because he condemned all hate groups, if you want to do that, just tell Arizona, look, I'm going the distance. I've had it with this guy so much, I don't even want to manufacture here. But I guarantee you, Intel will not, absolutely will not give back any of those tax abatements that Arizona's probably set up in the nice red carpet they have for manufacturing there. The last one we have the CEO of Merck Pharmaceutical. This is Ken Frazier. There's Ken. He's with the President of the United States. Now, you know, I like to go the distance if I am going to possibly offend you. I just like to go all the way and just offend you. I mean, not just touch on the edges. I like to go all the way. Now, this guy here, and if this has happened in the media, would you please send us a text message, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetyournews.com. If this has happened and you find this anywhere in the media, will you let me know? Let's go to the Twitter deck and let's put up, I think it's tweet number 1. It's Merrick. It's Merrick tweet number 1. Is that it? I can't see across the room. It should say Donald Trump Merrick 1. Is that it? All right, there. Well, give me the thumbs up. I mean, I'm waiting. I can't see the thumb. That's the finger I want. Just the thumb. All right, easy. Just joking, folks. Now, this is the first one. Now, this is from the President of the United States. Now that Ken Frazier of Merck Pharma has resigned from President's Manufacturing Council, he will have more time to lower rip-off drug prices. Lower ripping off drug prices. Now, let's go to the number 2 one. Merrick, there you go. Merck Pharma is a leader in higher and higher drug prices, while at the same time taking jobs out of the U.S., bring jobs back and lower prices. Donald Trump goes, right, you want to pull out? Pull out, okay? Put his picture back up. Now, why is he tweeting against him, all right? Why is he tweeting against the CEO of Merck Pharmaceutical, right? Why? Why so fast? Because he's the first one to pull out? How long before the media? Now, I'm not saying this, so please, listen. How long before the media out there, the left, the people that have nothing to do but to create this division? The media is the leader in creating division. If we were to unify tomorrow as a country, what would the satellite trucks do? I mean, what would they do? What would those people do that are locked and loaded? Maybe they don't want to hear locked and loaded. The media doesn't like that one, right? But what would the satellites do that are strapped down? All the cables are ready, the trucks ready, and they're ready to spring into action to go to that protest. To hear 100 people. What do we got? 300 million people in this country? Right? But if 100 people are going to march down the street and hold 6 signs, get the trucks there, get an interview, okay? So if we were to unify tomorrow, what would they do? So the actual creator of this division with so many, George Soros, buys his protesters. We know Obama's history, so on and so forth. But the media loves this division. Oh, they love everything about it. The minute Trump was done, they started spinning how it took 2 days and he missed the mark and he had to read it off a teleprompter, and Saturday saying that he rejected all hate was not enough. I want to know how fast before the media says that Trump attacked him because he's black. Serious, I want to know. I know that. But there's somebody over at CNN now that's waiting to do that. Somebody over at MSNBC. Somebody out there. Al Sharpton, right? I mean, Al Sharpton. There's got to be somebody waiting to say that Trump attacked this CEO of Merck because he's black. Just saying. Now, yesterday, because of Charlotte and because of the president's reaction and the outcry in this country, we started removing Confederate symbols again. Now, folks, you have to make a serious decision. You don't like these uprisings of the alt-right, the neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, the Unite the Right. You don't like any of these groups, Okay? But then again, folks, if you plan to go through and continue to tear down the history of the Confederacy, you're going to keep things stirred up. It's okay for the anarchists to be at the rallies and attack innocent people. So yesterday in Durham, North Carolina, there are 2 videos. Now, were you able to make that happen, Sam? Why did I even ask? I thought I threw a curveball this morning, and I thought I sent Sam something and threw a curveball, and it's like, you able to make it happen? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay, can you play the first one, the one that was on the top? I couldn't hear that. Okay, all right, no big. I want to play the top 2 from Durham first, and then the big one on the bottom. So when you can, play the top one. In Durham, North Carolina, until she has that ready there. Yesterday, protesters pulled down Confederate statue in North Carolina. A peaceful protest. Now, CNN wants to let you know it was a peaceful protest, okay? Organized to stand in solidarity with Charlotte, Virginia. Now, this was organized to stand in solidarity with Charlotte, Virginia. Now, don't forget, at Charlottesville, Virginia, maybe this all started when they wanted to take down the Robert E. Lee statue in the park. And you remember that vice mayor we brought up yesterday, Wes, remember Wes? He hates white people. I hate white. Remember that? No, that is being left out of the media. It's ready? Okay, let's go with this top one here. Is that? Okay, I see what you're saying. If you're able to get those, maybe we'll find them for the 9 o'clock. You think you got it? All right, well, just if you get it ready, that's fine. A peaceful protest organized to stand in solidarity with Charlottesville, Virginia took a turn Monday when protesters toppled a Confederate statue, okay, in Durham, North Carolina. Demonstrators gathered at an old Durham County courthouse around the Confederate Soldiers Monument. The monument, dedicated in 1924, depicting a soldier holding a gun on top of a concrete pillar. The pillar is engraved in memory of the boys who wore gray Confederate uniforms. During the protest, a person climbed a ladder and tied a rope to the top of the statue as the crowd chanted, "We are the revolution." We are the revolution, the crowd chanted. Who was this crowd? Why would CNN open up with a peaceful protest? I don't know. I'm not supporting them, but I think the protest on Saturday started peacefully. I think they got 8 minutes in before the attack. And before they had to disperse, and everything got blown all up, and then you have a crazy. Obviously, you're going to have a crazy once things get stirred up like that. That did what he did and killed that innocent woman and injured 19. But all right, let's try it one more time. gotta have the guy in the back. You gotta have the guy in the background playing the guitar. You gotta have him, right? Okay, we're gonna come back at 9 and we're gonna wrap this up. Wait a minute, the bottom one, the one where they remove Old Joe. Old Joe removed on Monday in Gainesville. You know the one on the bottom, the real big one? If you can put that in, let me know there, okay? Let me know. Tell me when you got that, if you can put that one in. The one that's Old Joe being removed. I think so. Is that the bottom one? Yeah, I got it. All right. Put that one in and let's play that one before we go to break. To me. Okay, that was Old Joe on Monday. On Monday in Gainesville, Florida, construction workers approved by the county removed a Confederate statue called Old Joe. The statue sat outside the Alachua County Administration building for over 100 years. Back in May 2017, the County Board of Commissioners made a decision to remove the statue, stating that it did not think the current location in front of the County Administration Building was an appropriate place for a statue since it's a busy public area. Okay, Old Joe is gone. They are erasing your history. They are rewriting the books. They are changing it all. The progressive movement. President Woodrow Wilson. Sorry, folks. That's what you have. Now, we're not finished with this. Oh, by the way, the little whack job in North Korea say he's going to pause on nuking Guam. Okay? So Trump and his fire and fury and his saber rattling, and the media, the saber rattling. We have not heard the likes of these kind of comments out of a president, and we don't remember when, and we are concerned, and when will this attack take place, and are we afraid that Trump does not have the temperament, to be president of the United States and have the nuclear codes? Oh my God, what will happen? Well, I tell you what happened. The little whack job in North Korea said, you know what? We think we'll wait a day or two on this whole attacking Guam thing because I see the little whack job. With the haircut, he thinks he's over there and he was able to see his dad. He was able to see his dad deal and push around Bill Clinton, and they pushed around Bill Clinton like some pup, and then they pushed around George W. Bush. George W. Bush, they pushed him around, and then they were able to push around Obama and push him around, and he did anything they wanted. And now Trump, they're like, ooh, wait a minute, something happened. After 24 years, something happened. Things are different. China actually picked up the phone and said, look, this guy ain't right. Look, little whack job. This is the president of China. This is my translation. Little whack job. This guy over in America, he's not right. I met him a couple times. He's not right. I swear to God, I'm sitting there eating dessert. He launched a couple bombs just to let me know he would do it. Look, you need to pay attention. The guy's not right. He is actually serious. You know what? Boom, you could be gone. You could be part of the coal mines very soon over there in your country. Back down. This is what? So, no, what is the media? Is that a top story that President Trump's tough talk and resolve has shut down for a time being the threats in North Korea? No. Oh, the list goes on. 8:30, we got a lot to do today. A lot to do. But when I come back, hey, do you know what these are? Do you know what I'm going to ask Carla. She knows what these are because it's Carla's Corner. These are my Rock'em Sock'em robots for ages 6. There you go. I'm your host, BKP. Have a nice little break. I'm going to take a little break. Carla's going to be here. We're going to talk about the eclipse. Yes, it's eclipse time. Take us a break, Sam.